The healing of the nations. Do we really understand what that means? The nations. So I just did a previous video on, that the language is no longer confound, that we are all literally speaking the same language and we have ears to hear in the spiritual. And so the healing of the nations, the tribes are sent out from all four corners of the earth. What does that mean? It means they are sent out from every culture, every walk of life. Like, they are sent out throughout the world from all four corners. And so the purpose of that is so that we can heal the nations. And so if we have ears to hear in the spiritual, then we understand what is being spoken and why there's no more language barrier there. And we see, there's no more reason for these contentions and the division and separation in the cultures because we're all speaking the same language. So the healing of the nations, it's the healing of the world, it's the nations. And so that language barrier cannot be there to heal the nations. We have to understand that there's no longer division. There's no longer separation. It's literally now healing, bringing back together all those beautiful lost traditions of the fathers and bringing them back into awareness so that we can heal the nations. The nations have to heal. So that is the beauty in seeing that there is no more confound, our tongues being confound. We're all speaking the same language and we can understand because we are hearing in the spiritual, which is what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to be born again in the spirit. So if we can understand more fully the healing of the nations, and that is being sent out, it is not a religious group. It is not one set of people. It is literally the tribes are sent out from all four corners of the earth to heal the nations, not just one nation, the nations. And that is done by no longer there being that confound of the speech. We are all speaking the same language, and we are truly doing the work to now heal the nations, to bring back those true traditions of the fathers, the things that Joshua was truly teaching, the inner healing, pulling the kingdom from within, the manifestation, the meditation, the energy work, the releasing the trapped emotions, the learning how to truly balance our bodies and be in alignment and balance our energy fields. And Ezekiel, those are the wheels that he was seeing. They represent the energy fields within our body. It's so beautiful and amazing once we see. And so even when you read scriptures, it opens up, and that's the beautiful gift of tongues, is that the true gift of tongues is that you are able to have the interpretation of tongues that person was receiving when they were receiving that revelation. So that is why they've had me teach that when you go to open your scriptures, being led by Joshua in the spirit of what you were to read, you literally put your hands on the scriptures and release all curse energy from those scriptures and ask that you will have the gift of tongues, an interpretation of tongues, to be able to know what they were receiving when they were receiving it, because we have such a small portion. It's just a glimpse of what they were actually receiving in the spiritual. So then you're able to go in, and as you're reading with Joshua in the spirit, you are being taught and shown exactly what that person was being given. So now you have the gift of tongues and the interpretation of tongues. That is that gift, and it is beautiful. So all of us need to be asking for the gift of tongues and interpretation of tongues so that we can truly hear in the spiritual and understand what the person was actually being given. And there's no more confusion in it. That's like Ezekiel with the wheels. They're literally the energy wheels within our body. And it's very beautiful. And we're supposed to be in alignment. People call them chakras, and the energy fields within our body. I mean, they're known by so many different names, but we're all speaking the same language. So may we see the beauty in what is actually happening and how beautiful it really is if we truly understand what the healing of the nations is all about. And it has nothing to do with religion. This is a spiritual journey, and that is what Joshua was truly teaching. And he said he would redeem his house first, and that was, he had to redeem his house first and take them through the true traditions of the fathers and the stripping process and removing the false traditions, so that they could truly go out, be healed, and go out now and heal the nations, because you can't heal the nations with brokenness. You have to be healed first in order to then go out and heal the nations, the brokenness. And so that is one reason that Joshua said, greater work will they do than he did, because there is so many more of them that are doing the work and helping the nations heal. So, food for thought, and maybe we see the beauty of why the tribes are sent out to heal the nations. Have a glorious day.